Good morning, folks. This is Steve Bradley, God's Wordsmith, and today I want to discuss with you the word of the day in Genesis chapter 1, verse 4, which reads, "And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness." So what this is about in its context is about separating day from night, as we see in Genesis chapter 1, verse 5, where it says God called the light day and the darkness he called night. So the evening and morning were the first day. However, that's not all. In other words, but wait, there's more. John identifies, this is going all the way to the New Testament, John identifies light and darkness as also spiritual. And so does Genesis chapter 1, verse 4, where it says, God saw the light, that it was good. So the problem is that there is no such thing said about the darkness. So in 1 John chapter 1, verse 5, now that's a little book at the end of the New Testament, not the gospel, we read the following words. This is the message which we have heard from him and declare to you, that God is light, and in him is no darkness at all. So light is a spiritual thing as well as physical. It represents goodness. It represents God. Darkness represents evil, as we see in the Gospel of John now at one of the first four books of the New Testament in John chapter 3, 19 through 21. This is the condemnation, it reads, that the light has come into the world and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone who practices evil hates the light and does not come to the light, lest his deeds should be exposed. But he who does the truth comes to the light, that his deeds may be clearly seen, that they have been done in God. So the point is that darkness has to do with evil, and light has to do with goodness. And in fact, when we study this, we find that light and darkness are spiritual and moral absolute. You either are light and represent that, or you are in darkness and walk in darkness and represent that. We will look at this a bit more tomorrow. There is more here than I can cover in a few days, so it's probably going to be book length if I were to do the entire thing. So this is merely an introduction. Now finally, note this wonderful verse in 1 John 1:7. Here is 1:6 to give us the contrast. If we say that we have fellowship with him and walk in darkness, we lie and do not practice the truth. But if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Jesus Christ cleanses us from all sin. So God is light. There is no darkness in him, not even a bit. And we can walk in light. We can walk in that light, and we are able to walk in that light because, as we say, we're children of the day. We're children of the light. So let's walk like it, folks. Let's do our best to walk in the light. God bless you today. This is Steve Bradley, God's Wordsmith, signing off for today.